Okay, so you're asking me about these lines between your eyebrows. We call those frown lines because when you're frowning, the muscles are moving and pulling the skin together so that ultimately you end up with creases. Some people have one, some people have two, some people have three. Nobody likes those lines because it makes you look stressed, angry, tired, worried. So it's one of the most common areas that we treat with Botox. I love doing this treatment, and it's often the entry point for someone who is a new user to Botox because it's such a common concern to have those 11s. So Botox is used, we typically do a series of 5 small injections, and what is happening is we're relaxing the muscles so that they no longer crease and frown. So gradually, once we treat you, it's going to take 4 to 10 days to kick in, you'll see that the frowning activity decreases. You're going to feel normal, and when you go to move, you might have some slight movement in those muscles, but the movement will be diminished such that the skin is not creasing. It's going to last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and we like to bring you back 2 weeks after your treatment to make sure we've had a full response. And if we need to do a touch-up, of course, that's included in your initial treatment because we want to get it just right for you. Very few patients see any negative effect to the frown line. We're not affecting the muscles that lift your eyebrows, so change in the brows is unusual. We're just really diminishing these muscles that pull inward as you frown. Often patients will get a little bit of a lifting effect of this mid-brow area because those muscles are no longer pulling them down. Also, sometimes people get what we call little bunny lines across their nose as they frown, and we can also address those. After treatment, it's unusual to have any problems at all. We do try to avoid blood vessels as we inject. Occasionally you can see a small bruise. If you do icing, we can ice you immediately after treatment. You can ice a time or two after you get home that evening. I do recommend that you avoid really aggressive exercise, cardio or high impact, as well as yoga, as well as putting your face into a massage table. So anything that would increase the pressure on that facial area just for the evening. And you'll see the results gradually kick in over the next several days. Some patients are very, very active in their facial muscles, and other people make expressions without even knowing it. You know, you don't even realize you're making a frown because you were focused or concentrating. So the lines in the face that we see between the eyebrows are called dynamic lines because when we move the muscle, that's what creates those creases or lines. And when they remain after the muscle is relaxed, those are called static lines. And we're getting rid of the movement, which is going to allow the skin to soften and those lines can diminish. The younger, healthier skin, those lines will diminish quicker. The deeper, more furrowed skin, you'll see improvement, but the lines won't completely vanish as we stop muscle movement. Sometimes in patients who really have deeply established frown lines, we'll actually in our practice go back and do filler at 2 weeks to lift the skin up so that you have a more smooth effect in this area. Most patients will see the frown movement starting to reoccur around 3 months, and we like to catch it just as you're starting to move so that you don't reestablish those memory lines. So if we catch you as the movement starts, we're going to keep things smoother. Some people actually will be retrained to not frown as much, but other patients have such strong frown muscles that we treat them every 3 months like clockwork to keep things smooth. So often we're booking an appointment 3 months after they come in just so we can keep their schedule going. Our standard base charge for Botox is $295 a site, and a site would be your frown or your forehead or your crow's feet. We do offer a rewards program where you can receive up to 25% off every treatment, as well as earning points towards your next treatment. We recognize we are not the cheapest in town. There are Groupon deals, but we really strive to maintain a level of professionalism. We want to know our patients. We want you coming back. I want to know how your face reacts, and that way I can take the best care of you. I think the reason that patients really love Botox is that they look younger, more refreshed, less stressed, less angry, just happier. Smoother faces have a nice connotation.